Top 10 fake foods worldwide. Each is chilling. Most people have eaten number 1. Don't get duped again today. 10th. McDonald's pink slime. Imagine the fragrant, golden McDonald's burger in your hand. An hour ago, it was pink meat paste between buns. They say the problem was the meat paste's eerie color, slime-like, nothing like ground beef, sending an instant chill through everyone. To diners kept out of kitchens. It sounds scary, but years ago, before safety rules matured, pink meat paste was a fast food staple for many chains. In 2011, Chef TV host Jamie Oliver revealed how pink slime is made on his show. They soak cow heads, tails in ammonia, grind into meat paste for fast food patties. Pink slime is named for its color. Its ammonium hydroxide is used in fertilizers, cleaners, and explosives, but in food as a preservative and leavener. Pink meat paste starts bacteria-heavy. If processing isn't fully sterilized, the product can retain harmful microbes, creating major safety risks. Also worrying, high ammonium hydroxide intake. Funny, that pink meat paste began as dog food filler. Seen differently, it's a new dining experience. Luckily, media exposure stopped McDonald's behavior. In 2012, ABC News exposed fast food's widespread use of pink slime, sparking public outrage. McDonald's responded under pressure, admitting its patties once used pink slime, but said it stopped in 2011 and will tighten its supply chain for safer, higher quality meat. To rebuild trust, McDonald's says its patties are 100% beef, with no preservatives, fillers, added. Beef is sourced worldwide, from the US, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and Brazil. It disclosed supplier info to verify. 9th. Polp cheese. Parmesan is a hard Italian cheese, the king of cheeses, with fruit notes and rich milky aroma. Lovers dream, savoring it. You may taste not years of aging or a $1,000 tag, but wood pulp. Then why link cheese to wood pulp? This brings us to an absurd food safety incident in 2016. During an FDA probe at the time of a Pennsylvania cheese seller, investigators found its Parmesan contained up to 8.8% cellulose, above the 2 to 4% norm, and was cut with cheddar and mozzarella. After exposure, US supermarkets like Walmart were also found selling Parmesan with similar problems too. These Parmesan products had too much cellulose, mixed with other cheap cheeses. Cellulose is common in plants, the key part of cell walls. In a way, eating too much means you're tasting wood pulp. Some may think, we eat veggies, so extra fiber won't hurt, right? Vegetables contain soluble fiber and many nutrients. Added cellulose is insoluble, and excess can cause bloating, GI upset, constipation. Rarely, too much cellulose can cause bowel blockage, especially in people with digestive disorders. Number 8. Supermarket beef. Have you ever walked through the meat section of a supermarket and wondered why some chicken and beef look so plump and juicy? But when you eagerly set a tiny piece on the scale, your wallet shrinks fast. The secret: brine injection. Why inject brine into chicken and beef? As it waits to sell, meat loses water and dries out quickly. Brine injection keeps meat juicy and prettier. Picture dry, tough chicken doesn't tender. Juicy meat look far tastier to you? Moreover, the salt and water in the brine can penetrate the meat tissue and interact with the protein molecules, causing them to absorb more water, so the meat swells, and its weight rises too. Of course, this game isn't real mass. It's just water trapped inside the meat during processing. Good news for producers. Heavier means more profit, so brine injection boosts weight, making it a deceptive sales trick, not real value added. Remember, brine greatly raises meat's sodium. People with hypertension or watching sodium may eat injected meat and unknowingly take in, without even realizing it, extra sodium. Even healthy people get no benefit from high sodium foods. Many consumers don't know their meat contains brine, thinking they bought premium cuts. In fact, you're paying for brine too. Investigators found some market meat has even up to 30% injected salt water. Also, brine injection may tenderize meat, but can make texture unnatural and dull its flavor. Purist meat fans may think this meat tastes fake to them. Number 7. Terrifying jelly beans indeed here. Tiny, cute, and colored. These candy beans are loved by kids and grown-ups. But did you know? Inside, seemingly harmless sweets may hide not sweet, even gross ingredients. Often, jelly beans use gelatin for bounce and texture. Gelatin comes from pig and cow bones and skin. It's common, but learning that source may sour love of jelly beans. Most people accept pork and beef as everyday meats, but shellac is different. Many dread insects and would never put insect-derived things in their mouths. Shellac is a natural resin made from secretions of female lac insects, used to coat jelly beans, giving their surfaces a noticeably smoother, shinier finish. Shellac blocks moisture, prevents clumps, extends shelf life. Although shellac is a safe food additive, the thought of eating something secreted by insects is still a bit nauseating. In 2009, a well-known US candy company was criticized for using cochineal-based carmine dye. Some consumers feel sick, especially vegetarians and vegans, who reject insect-based dyes outright. This forced the company to rethink formulas and list dye sources on product labels. Recently, rising vegetarian and vegan trends have fueled debate over gelatin and shellac in candy. In 2017, a top jelly bean maker announced its switch to plant-based substitutes for vegetarians. Number 6. Orange juice. Morning orange juice. Sunlight dancing in your cup. Sounds nice, right? But have you ever wondered if the orange juice you buy from the supermarket is really as all-natural as the ads claim? You might say my orange juice says 100% pure juice. That's reassuring. Yet even 100% juice, orange juice may be concentrated, reconstituted, and flavor boosted during processing. From orange to your cup, the juice takes a long trip. To make it look tempting, producers use every trick so it sells better on shelf. Many fruits often yield already pale juice. Dilute with water, and it looks even lighter, to boost appetite. Manufacturers tint orange juice with natural beta-carotene, safflower dye. If dyes are makeup artists, flavorings are taste magicians. Orange juice processing can strip away many natural aromas. Makers add orange oil or citrus extract to enrich juice taste. So every sip in your glass tastes like fresh picked oranges, straight from the grove. Sweetness is essential in orange juice too, but beyond oranges is natural sweetness. Some juices add sugar or high fructose corn syrup to sweeten. Even sugar-free orange juice may still contain artificial sweeteners like aspartame or sucralose. These sweeteners are low-calorie, but long-term health effects remain uncertain, so drinking them feels unsettling. To keep juice longer, some makers add preservatives. Sodium benzoate and potassium sorbate help stop bacteria and mold from growing inside, though deemed safe. These preservatives can trigger allergies in some sensitive people. For a smoother mouthfeel, some orange juices add thickeners and stabilizers, like pectin or xanthan gum, to make the texture thicker and fuller when drunk. Pouring orange juice won't be watery like plain water. It will feel thick, pulpy, and juicy. So next time you grab orange juice, check the label before you sip today, and know what you're really drinking. Number 5. Beer's secret. From parties to calm nights, beer is everywhere. Unlike baijiu, its lower strength fits most. However, you might not know that there's a magical secret behind this cool glass of beer. First, go back a few centuries. Then brewing was cruder, and finished beer held many floating bits, leaving it visibly cloudy. Suspended particles, yeast, proteins, and other bits are harmless, but dull beer's look and taste. So, clever brewers began to look for a way to make beer clear and transparent. This is where isinglass came in. Isinglass powder from sturgeon and carp bladders shows strong, remarkable clarifying power. This isinglass powder contains fish glue that binds beer's suspended particles, making them sink to the barrel bottom down. The beer turns clear with a pure taste. Sounds like magic, right? It's actually simple. When brewers add isinglass powder, it quickly binds beer impurities, clumping them into larger particles. Heavier particles sink to the barrel bottom, leaving beer clear. Finally, the brewer carefully draws off the clear beer to produce a pure, tasty pint. You might ask, does isinglass remain in the beer? The answer is no. Isinglass settles out with the gunk, so every sip of beer you drink has zero trace of it. In fact, this clarifier is used in tiny amounts in beer and barely changes its flavor. Isinglass has clarified beer for centuries, yet many people are hearing this curious tale for the first time today. This matters most to vegetarians and vegans, who may want to avoid animal products. So lately, many breweries use plant-based finings like pea protein or seaweed extract instead of isinglass, meeting wider consumer needs. Fourth, chips, like Pringles, can after can. The unique crunch makes this snack a tasty, can't-stop choice for most of us. Did you know? Technically, Pringles aren't real potato chips. We usually think potato chips are fresh potatoes sliced thin, then fried in oil or baked. Just potatoes, oil, and salt. Chips come varied, hard to control. But you notice Pringles chips are nearly identical. How do they do it? Turns out Pringles aren't potato slices. They're made from potato flour. Potato flour is dehydrated, round potatoes, then mixed with cornmeal, wheat starch, and other ingredients. Mix into dough, press thin, then use a mold to cut perfect oval pieces out. That's why every Pringles chip matches in shape and stacks neatly in the can. In some countries, regulators strictly define what counts as a chip. By these definitions, real chips are mostly fresh potatoes. Pringles ingredients and process miss the standard, so some places classify them as potato corn or stacked snacks. That sparked a quirky twist. Pringles told a UK court its product wasn't potato chips, hoping to dodge Britain's steep chip tax. Ultimately, they won. The court ruled Pringles aren't true potato chips. Wonder if their ingredients and process change Pringles' nutrition at all versus fried chips? Yes. Pringles use many ingredients, so their nutrition profile is more complex than regular chips. Pringles may use more additives and flavors. Classic chips are mostly potatoes and oil, but if you're eating fried snacks, most people stop caring about nutrition. Third, canned mushrooms. Imagine opening canned mushrooms for a tasty bite, then spotting a wriggling worm inside. Or worse, after you've bitten, your stomach would heave and churn hard. After forcing down your nausea, you angrily complain to the store or maker, only to hear that FDA rules allow up to 20 maggots or similar larvae per 100 grams of canned mushrooms. So one worm can't earn compensation. How crushed would you now feel? Beyond canned mushrooms, FDA rules allow half-ounce raisins with 10 insects plus 35 fruit fly eggs. Peanut butter may have up to 150 bug fragments and 5 rodent hairs. These rules assume local insects are harmless. Gross, but they may add extra protein intake? But why would there be maggots in a sealed can? While harvesting mushrooms, if conditions are unsanitary or the mushrooms are insect damaged, insect eggs or larvae can still cling to them easily. Even with strict cleaning and screening, modern processors sometimes miss stray items. If washing isn't thorough or screening equipment fails, then mushrooms with larvae may still even get canned. Also, storing or shipping cans in high heat or humidity without control can greatly favor pest growth. Worried about canned food hygiene? Use this. First, check the can. Avoid any dents, bulges, or other damage. This may indicate contamination. Second, check the expiration date. Expired canned food is riskier to eat. Finally, inspect opened canned food. If appearance or smell is off, don't use. Second, dangerous apple juice. Most people know the saying, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. Apples are nutritious, so why does turning them into juice make them a health risk? Did juicing create some harmful substance by any chance? In 2011, Dr. Oz reported some apple juice brands had excess arsenic. The show said tests found some apple juice brands had inorganic arsenic above the EPA's federal drinking water limit. This news quickly sparked alarm. Many parents feared for their kids' health. Late that year, Consumer Reports tested 88 store-sold apple juices and found 10% had arsenic above drinking water limits, confirming the Dr. Oz show's earlier report on arsenic in juice. So what is arsenic? Why do parents panic? And why is it in apples? Arsenic is found in soil, water, and air. It's organic or inorganic. Inorganic is toxic. Long-term exposure may cause cancer, heart disease. So the healthy drink can turn into a health hazard for you. Yet arsenic isn't created by juicing. It's naturally already in the apples themselves. Early to mid-20th century, orchards used arsenic pesticides. They persisted in soil for years, becoming an arsenic source in apple trees. Though arsenic pesticides are banned, soil residues may still harm crops. Apple roots absorb water, nutrients, and may also take up arsenic from soil. Arsenic may come from nature or from pollution left by past arsenic pesticides. In former arsenic pesticide regions, soil arsenic can be high. Irrigation water for apple trees may also contain arsenic too. If water is arsenic tainted, irrigation arsenic moves through soil into apple trees, building up in fruit. As consumers, how do we stay safe in this micro-adventure? It's actually simple. Buy apple juice via trusted channels. Avoid unknown sources. Second, vary your diet. Don't keep guzzling one drink for months. To cut risks like arsenic poisoning. Number 1. Vanilla ice cream. In 2013, Dr. Oz exposed castoreum in foods, especially vanilla ice cream, and online users vowed to never eat vanilla ever again. What is castoreum, and why so many boycott it? Beavers living by rivers and lakes hide a secret: 2 sac glands near their reproductive organs. These glands hold reddish-brown cream. Sun-dried, it hardens into twiggy, called castoreum sacs, meaning this ingredient comes from a beaver's butt. Castoreum is a safe natural flavor. Yet does imagining you're eating beaver anal secretions ruin your appetite? No worries. The idea castoreum pouches are in vanilla ice cream is mistaken. Beaver castoreum has long been prized as perfume. Its complex odor contains castoreum, volatile oils, and other compounds. Anciently, castoreum sachets served as natural medicine for various ailments like epilepsy, constipation. By the Middle Ages, it was a pricey banquet spice reserved for nobles alone. Though early 20th century flavorists sometimes used castoreum in desserts, it was rare in any single product, typically just under 1 part per 100,000. Even today, castoreum is luxury. Most people still can't afford it. Online, you can buy castoreum sachets for a shocking $9 per milliliter. Still use it as spice after seeing that price? Beavers are protected in countries worldwide, making castoreum sacs harder to obtain. Today, vanilla flavor mostly comes from vanillin compound, an edible aroma. Natural vanillin is complex and costly to extract. So to satisfy vanilla lovers, most vanilla foods today use synthetic vanillin instead. That's it for today's video. Which of these 10 everyday foods' real identities surprised you the most and stayed with you? Tell us below in the comments.